And from this whole process of dialogue, to hopefully collaborate to achieve greater things in the field of electoral reform. Opportunities such as this are very welcome and important to the Commission, especially now that we are undertaking our own internal assessment of the 2016 automated elections. All points raised in consultations such as this can be directly inputted into our evaluation, and I'm certain that Commissioner Gia will share more about that later, as he is the one directly leading that exercise for COMELEC. At this point, I would like to direct your attention to the screen in respect of our scorecard that we put together in respect of the 2016 May elections. What we wanted to do really differently in 2016 was to provide both a quantitative and a qualitative aspect to how the success or failure of an election could be measured. So we thought about coming up with a scorecard. And just like students who get a report card at the end of the semester, we believe that COMELEC should also be able to evaluate itself quantitatively and really show how it has improved over the years. Also, we tried to be very simplistic, but at the same time very focused on our objectives for the 2016 elections. And essentially, we just had two. One was credible elections. And when we say credible elections, it's not enough that the elections are honest. They must also be perceived to be honest by a majority of the population. I say by a majority because, as you know, regardless of what you do, there will always be people who will not be happy, especially the candidates who did not make it. But also the other thing we did differently this May 2016 election was to be more focused on the main constituent of COMELEC, who is the voter. So we looked for ways and means by which we could enhance voting experience. Because we believe that if the voter, it is easy for the voter to exercise his or her right of suffrage, then there will be a greater turnout. If there is a greater turnout, that is going to be better for the mandate of the leader that will be elected. And if there is a strong mandate, then that strengthens democracy. In order to achieve these twin objectives, we had the general strategy of ICE-T. ICE-T standing for, number one, of course, we had to inspire the COMELEC workforce, because they were the ones who were really implementing the election. Also, we wanted to consult and engage our stakeholders. And our stakeholders are not just the friendly stakeholders, but even the friendly critics, like Ms. Maricor over there. Always very pleasant. She will always criticize us, but in a pleasant way, and that is okay. Also, T, standing for being transparent, efficient, and accountable in the way we do things. So this was our general strategy to achieve the two objectives. But we had a specific strategy. Essentially, we just wanted to improve upon our performance in 2010 and 2013. We wanted to learn from the lessons of these elections and show how we can do things better. So we identified certain key result areas and key performance indicators by which we think we should be measured against. And that's when we created our performance scorecard. So for example, in terms of voter turnout, you will notice that compared to 2010 and 2013, the voter turnout for 2016 was almost 82%. And we think that the number of voters was 54.3 million voters. As to why that happened, well, I think it was a combination of factors. I think we had good candidates for the presidency and the vice presidency. There was a lot of interest in the elections. You will also note that in our, with respect to our